Imagine hitting nearly 500 kilometers per hour in complete silence. That is what a sighting lap looks like. At approximately 150 to 180 kilometers an hour, laughter, this car hit nearly 500. China just crushed the hypercar world. The YangWang U9 Xtreme by BYD has shattered world records in Germany, delivering over 3,000 horsepower and claiming the title of the fastest production car ever made. For decades, hypercars belonged to Europe, Bugatti, Koenigsegg, and McLaren. But now, China didn't just join the club, they kicked the doors off. By the time the test run ended, the world's view of electric cars was permanently changed. On September 14, 2025, in a top speed run at the ATP Papenburg track in Germany, BYD dethroned the only other production car to ever cross the mythical 300 miles per hour threshold, the Bugatti Chiron, in an instrumented test. Driver Marc Basson set out with one target: to break the global production car top speed record. And that's exactly what he did. The U9 hit a mind-bending 496.22 kilometers per hour during that run. That's 38.33 miles per hour, making it the fastest production car on Earth. But to truly grasp the level of greatness achieved here, you need to understand both the car and the place. Now, the ATP test track in northern Germany isn't just a place to drive fast. It's a cathedral for speed. Car manufacturers rent it to separate their wildest fantasies from facts. Bugatti, Koenigsegg, and Rimac have all had their creations tested on those holy grounds. And now, BYD, a brand that started out making cell phone batteries in Music Shenzhen, was taking its shot at immortality. BYD has quietly been building an empire. Once left off as the Chinese Tesla, BYD has now become more than just a Tesla wannabe. They're the world's largest electric vehicle producer, the U9. Xtreme wasn't about practicality or market share. It was about dominance. It was about showing the world that innovation had a new address. On the morning of the record attempt, technicians ran cables, checked sensors, recalibrated the tire pressure for the 15th time. Someone joked about how even a gust of wind could ruin everything. The driver, professional race and test driver Marc Basson stayed calm, cool, and collected. Everyone watched in silence as the lights on the dashboard blinked to life one by one. And then, in near silence, the U9 launched. It didn't lurch forward like a combustion car. Instead, it glided smoothly across the track. Within seconds, it was past 200, then 300, then 400 kilometers per hour. Man, they did the flyby. Man, it sounded like an airplane. Like, you know, the wind and the tire, all the noise that it does. And the U9 looked less like a car and more like a missile wrapped in light. At 496.2 to 222 kilometers per hour, it started to bend reality. Even the engineers watching through their data monitors stopped blinking. Is it actually real? You're damn right it is. The crew and the driver shared the high five of their lives. They had just successfully done what the ATP track is for, obliterating the laws of speed. And what makes all these feats possible are the different components inside the U9 Xtreme. Imagine being behind the wheel of your car, your hands gripping the steering wheel, and you give the accelerator just a little tap, and instantly your whole body sinks into the seat. That's what happens when you've got 4 electric motors working together to push out over 3,000 horsepower. That's about a double up of the previous record holder, Bugatti Chiron. If you think that's cool, let's do you one better. The U9X is not just about raw power. It's also about how controlled it all feels. The U9 suspension system is like a brain that never stops thinking. It adjusts itself hundreds of times per second, reading the road as you drive. Kind of like a smartphone's Face ID, but for asphalt pavements. Hit a bump or dip in the road, and before you notice, the car's already corrected it. Normally, if you drive over one of those annoying speed bumps in a parking lot, your first thought would be to slow down, right? But the U9 just smooths over it, almost like it saw it coming before you did. And get this, if it really needs to, it can literally jump. Yes, jump. The car's suspension can lift the car off the ground to avoid scraping or losing balance. Think about your car hopping over danger, like when you're speeding on the highway and suddenly notice a piece of debris on the road. Only this time, the car just leaps over it and keeps going. That kind of responsiveness is possible thanks to the drivetrain. Instead of every tire doing the same thing, each one gets its own orders. Hit a turn a bit too fast, and it's no problem. One wheel might slow down, while another speeds up, keeping you glued to the road. At a top speed of almost 500 kilometers per hour, air itself becomes quite an obstacle. The faster you go, the harder the air pushes back. But instead of fighting a losing battle, the U9 collaborates with it. The body of the car slices through like a hot knife through butter. Every curve, every vent, every tiny angle is built to make the wind cooperate. Then there's the acceleration. The U9X takes you from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2 seconds flat. No exaggeration. It hits 100 before your brain can even process that you've started moving. Mark Basson, who drove the U9X into the pantheons of automobile history, said that his hands were still trembling for minutes after he stepped out of the car, stating, "At that speed, it's not fear, it's focus. The world blurs, and you just feel the wind trying to erase you. You don't drive this car. You communicate with it." And the craziest part is, it does all this without making a sound. No roaring engine, no explosions under the hood, just a quiet, electric whoosh. The U9's power-to-weight ratio is ridiculous. 1,217 PS-ton. In plain English, that means every kilogram of weight in this music car has more power behind it than an entire family SUV. It's why it moves like a rocket, yet still feels controlled, almost effortless. And with all these features, the U9 isn't burning a single drop of fuel. No gas, no exhaust, no fumes. It operates only on pure electricity turned into motion. Just imagine going faster than any other car on Earth, and you're still doing it in an eco-friendly way. Now that's a catch. YangWang blurs the line between technology and art, between human courage and machine intelligence. It turned electricity, something invisible, into a force that could shatter one of the most prestigious records on the planet. When the engineers packed up their gear that night, the record still fresh on everyone's minds, one of them said, "We're not chasing numbers anymore. We're chasing perfection. Speed records will always be broken. Someone will always go faster." But what BYD did here wasn't just about speed. It was about rewriting what it means to dream. They found a way to write not just their name, but also their country's name in the history books. And in the process, going from a Tesla wannabe to the company that took down Bugatti. What do you say? Want to go for a spin at 308 miles per hour? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more reviews. Check out our next video, and we'll see you very soon.